Most people think fat loss is a battle against their body. But what if your body is not fighting you? What if it is trying to protect something it believes is important? That is why fat loss can feel so confusing. You eat less, move more, try to stay consistent, and for a while the scale may respond. Then suddenly, hunger gets louder. Energy drops. Cravings become harder to ignore. Your workouts feel heavier. Sleep gets worse. And the body that seemed to cooperate at first now feels like it is resisting you. But your body is not broken. It may be adapting to the signals you send it every day. The core idea is this. Fat loss is not only about removing stored energy. It is about convincing the body that it is safe enough to release that energy without threatening survival, strength, hormones, sleep, or daily function. That does not mean fat loss is impossible. It means the body is more intelligent than a simple calorie equation on paper. Calories still matter, but your body decides how it responds to a calorie deficit through hunger, energy expenditure, movement, stress hormones, muscle preservation, sleep quality, and appetite signals. And this is where the story changes. Fat is not just something your body randomly stores to annoy you. Body fat is stored energy. From the body's point of view, stored fat can be a backup system. It can help protect energy availability during times when food is uncertain, stress is high, sleep is poor, or the body senses that resources are limited. Your modern brain may say, I want to lose fat for my health, confidence, and energy. But your older survival systems may hear something different. Less food, more effort, more stress, less recovery. And when those signals repeat long enough, the body may respond by becoming more careful with energy. This is why aggressive dieting often backfires. At first, eating much less may create fast progress, but the body is always listening. If the deficit feels too extreme, hunger can increase. Spontaneous movement may decrease. You may sit more without noticing. You may feel colder, more tired, less motivated, and more focused on food. That is not weakness, that is biology trying to maintain balance. The mistake is thinking fat loss only happens in the kitchen or only happens in the gym. In reality, fat loss happens inside an entire system. Your metabolism, brain, muscles, hormones, digestive system, sleep rhythm, and stress response are all part of the conversation. Think about two people eating the same diet. One sleeps 7 to 8 hours, walks daily, lifts weights, eats enough protein, manages stress, and stays consistent. The other sleeps 5 hours, works under pressure, skips meals, overeats at night, trains too hard, and feels guilty every time the scale moves up. On paper, their calories may look similar. Inside the body, the signals are completely different, and the body responds to signals. One of the strongest signals is energy safety. If you cut food too low, remove too many carbs too quickly, avoid rest, and push harder every week, the body may not interpret that as a healthy plan. It may interpret it as scarcity. When scarcity signals rise, appetite can become stronger, cravings can feel more urgent, and motivation can become harder to maintain. This is why the goal is not to starve the body into change. The goal is to create a steady environment where fat loss can happen without making the body feel constantly threatened. Now here is the hidden signal most people miss. Your body does not only protect fat, it also protects muscle. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It helps you move, stabilize joints, use glucose, maintain strength, and support daily energy use. When weight loss is too fast or nutrition is too poor, the body may lose not only fat but also muscle. That can make long-term fat loss harder because less muscle can mean lower energy needs and weaker physical performance. This is why strength training matters. Not because it magically burns fat overnight, but because it tells the body, this muscle is needed. Combined with enough protein, balanced nutrition, and recovery, strength training may support healthier body composition during fat loss. But fat loss is not only about workouts. It is also about what happens when you are not exercising. Your daily movement outside the gym can change more than you think. When people eat less, they may unconsciously move less. Fewer steps, less fidgeting, more sitting, less energy for errands. The body may quietly reduce activity to conserve energy. You may still complete your workout, but the rest of the day becomes smaller. That is why a simple daily walk can be powerful. It is not extreme. It does not punish the body. It adds movement in a way many people can recover from. Walking may support energy balance, blood sugar handling, mood, and consistency without creating the same stress as intense training every day. But here is the part most people miss. Stress can make fat loss feel harder even when your plan looks perfect. Stress is not only an emotion, it is a body signal. When stress stays high, the body may prioritize quick energy, alertness, and protection. For some people, stress is linked with stronger cravings, emotional eating, poor sleep, and less desire to move. It can also make the body feel like it is living in an emergency, even when the emergency is emails, deadlines, bills, and mental overload. This does not mean stress directly blocks fat loss in everyone, but it can change the behaviors and biological signals that make consistency easier or harder. And then comes sleep. Poor sleep can make the next day feel like a fat loss trap. Hunger may feel louder, cravings may feel more intense, patience may be lower, workouts may feel harder, decision-making may become weaker. The body may look for quick energy, especially from highly palatable foods. This is why sleep is not a luxury in a fat loss plan. Sleep is part of the plan. It is one of the ways your body checks whether the environment is safe, stable, and recoverable. Now think about insulin and blood sugar. Insulin is not a villain. It is a hormone that helps move glucose from the blood into cells and helps manage energy storage. The problem is not that insulin exists. The problem is when daily habits repeatedly create large swings in hunger, energy, and cravings. Balanced meals with protein, fiber-rich carbohydrates, healthy fats, and minimally processed foods may help many people feel fuller and more stable. This can make a calorie deficit easier to maintain without feeling like a constant fight. That is the important point. The best fat loss plan is not the one that looks most aggressive. It is the one you can repeat without your body and mind rebelling every few days. Many people ask, why won't my body let go of fat? But a better question is, what signals am I sending my body every day? Am I sleeping enough for recovery? Am I eating enough protein to protect muscle? Am I creating a moderate deficit or an extreme one? Am I moving throughout the day? Am I managing stress? Or am I using dieting as another source of stress? Am I training in a way that builds strength, or only punishing myself for eating? Am I giving my body consistency, or constantly switching from restriction to overeating? This is the shift that changes everything. Fat loss becomes less about attacking the body, and more about communicating with it. Every meal is a signal. Every night of sleep is a signal. Every walk is a signal. Every strength workout is a signal. Every stressful week with no recovery is also a signal. Your body does not respond to one perfect day. It responds to repeated patterns. So what can you do? Start with a moderate approach. Avoid crash diets. Build meals around protein, fiber, and foods that help you feel satisfied. Add movement you can repeat, especially walking. Include strength training if it is safe for you. Protect sleep like it matters, because it does. Reduce unnecessary stress where possible, and build small recovery habits into your day. And most importantly, stop treating your body like an enemy. If fat loss has been difficult, it does not mean you have failed. It may mean your body has been receiving mixed signals. Eat less but recover poorly. Train harder but sleep less. Push more but stress more. Restrict all week and overeat on the weekend. The goal is not perfection. The goal is a pattern your body can trust. There are also times when fat loss difficulty deserves professional support. If you have a medical condition, take medication, have a history of disordered eating, are pregnant, or experience serious or persistent symptoms, it is important to speak with a qualified healthcare professional. Weight changes can be influenced by health conditions, medications, hormones, and other factors that deserve proper guidance. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not medical advice and should not replace guidance from a qualified healthcare professional. If you have a medical condition, take medication, or experience serious or persistent symptoms, please consult your doctor. So, why is fat loss so hard? Because your body is not just trying to change its size. It is trying to protect energy, strength, stability, hormones, sleep, and survival. When your plan feels too extreme, too stressful, or too inconsistent, the body may defend harder. But when your plan becomes steady, nourishing, active, and recoverable, fat loss may become less of a battle and more of a process. Your body is not asking for punishment. It is asking for better signals. And when you understand those signals, you stop chasing quick fixes and start building a body environment where healthier change can actually last. If this helped you see fat loss differently, Subscribe for more calm, science-based body explanations that help you understand what your body is really trying to tell you.